Hello everyone, Simone here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'd love to know what city you're watching from. Feel free to drop it in the comments below. It makes me feel like we're all in this together. Now, let me take you into my story. It's one of those tales that sounds like it came from a movie, but trust me, every word is from my heart. It happened last spring in Napa Valley, California, at our family vineyard. I thought it was going to be the happiest day of my life. Instead, it became the day everything shattered, and then slowly, painfully, rebuilt. I'm Simone, a CPA by trade. I run a small accounting firm from home, nothing fancy, but it's helped pay for our son Elijah's dreams and kept our family afloat. For 25 years, I've been married to Franklin, the charmer, the salesman who could talk his way into anyone's good graces. He handled the vineyard's business side, tours, tastings, deals with buyers. I handled the numbers, making sure we stayed in the black. Our vineyard wasn't huge, just 20 acres of rolling hills covered in vines that produced some of the best Cabernet in the valley. I'd planted roses along the paths myself, tending them like they were my babies. Elijah, our 23-year-old son, had grown up running through those vines. He was practical like me, handsome like his dad, and now he was about to marry Madison, a beautiful young sommelier from a wealthy family in San Francisco. The wedding was set for a perfect May afternoon. I'd woken up at dawn, nerves buzzing like bees in my chest. I told myself it was just mother of the groom jitters. I sat in my home office overlooking the vineyard, staring at spreadsheets. The sun was rising over the hills, painting the vines gold. In a few hours, white chairs would line the lawn under the old oak tree. String lights would twinkle. The arch Franklin built would be draped in my roses. Everything had to be perfect for Elijah. He'd worked so hard, landing a job at a local winery. And Madison seemed like the ideal match, ambitious, polished, from a family with connections in the wine world. But lately, things felt off. Franklin had been distant, his phone always glued to his hand, screen tilted away from me. When I'd ask, he'd laugh it off. Just work, Simone. Big deal coming up with a distributor. I'd believe him because what else could I do? You don't throw away 25 years over a feeling. And Madison? She'd been spending more time at the vineyard, learning the business from Franklin. I'd see them laughing over wine samples, his hand brushing her arm a second too long. Elijah had mentioned it once, half joking. Dad's mentoring her a lot lately. But we brushed it aside. That morning, Elijah came into my office, coffee in hand, looking tired. Mom, you okay? Wedding's not till 4. I smiled, closing my laptop. Just want it perfect for you, sweetie. He sat on my desk, hesitating. Mom, do you think Madison really loves me? The question hit hard. Madison was stunning, driven, but sometimes her eyes glazed over when Elijah talked about his passions. Why ask that? He shrugged. She's always with Dad, talking investments, wine deals. Says he's like a mentor. I squeezed his hand, but inside, doubt stirred. I'd noticed Franklin's eyes following her, how he knew her wine preferences without asking. Franklin walked in then, dressed sharp, smiling big. My two favorites, big day, son. But his eyes flicked to Elijah oddly. Madison was coming early for last-minute details. Elijah's face tightened. The air felt thick. After they left, I couldn't shake it. I canceled a vendor call, pretending an emergency. I needed to know. At 10 a.m., Madison's car pulled up. From the kitchen window, I watched her step out, confident as ever. I slipped outside, hiding behind the rose bushes near the tasting room window. Ridiculous, spying in my own home, but the fear was too strong. Through the glass, I saw them. Franklin poured her wine. They stood close, too close, his hand on her back, lingering. Then she leaned in, and they kissed. Deep, passionate. My world spun. Rage boiled. I was about to burst in when a shadow moved. Elijah, watching from the stairs, face stone cold. He slipped out, grabbed my arm. Mom, don't. Not yet. His voice was steady, but his hands shook. I've known for weeks. It's worse than you think. We crouched behind the bushes, vines rustling in the breeze. Elijah pulled out his phone. I hired someone. A private investigator. My sister Aisha, a retired cop who'd started her own PI firm. She'd never liked Franklin. Elijah had called her after seeing them at lunch, a business meeting that wasn't. Photos scrolled. Franklin and Madison at hotels in San Francisco. Dinners in hidden spots, hands linked. 17 occasions. Not a fling, a full affair. I wanted to confront them now, but Elijah stopped me. If we do it privately, they'll lie. Twist it. We need public proof. His plan, humiliation at the wedding, total exposure. legal fallout. I looked through the window, Franklin unbuttoning her shirt on the couch where we'd hosted family tasting. The old me died there in the dirt. Tell me the plan, I said. That night, Franklin acted normal, talking speeches, proud of Elijah. Hypocrisy choked me. After he slept, Elijah and I met in my office, door locked. Aisha joined on the phone. I'm not surprised, she said. She'd tracked them. Twice weekly hotel meets, cash payments. Then, digging into finances, she found monthly transfers, 15 years, to Nicole Jenkins, a former colleague. And a daughter, Zoe, 15. No father listed, but Aisha bet on Franklin. The phone slipped from my hand. A secret child. Our money funding it. Aisha got DNA from his toothbrush. 99.999% match. Zoe was his. 15 years of lies. Business trips, late nights, all clear now. Franklin had forged my signature on vineyard loans, draining $60,000 for hotels, gifts. Madison? Not innocent. She'd embezzled $200,000 from her firm, buying Franklin watches, funding fake investments he gave her, money circling in deceit. Aisha's evidence, bank docs, photos, DNA. Madison's fraud ready for prosecutors. We planned the reveal. At the wedding, instead of a slideshow, the truth. Wedding day blurred. I smiled, helped with ties, hid rage. Aisha arrived as caterer, projector ready. Guests arrived, 300 from wine circles. Madison's judge father, charity board mom. Ceremony started. Vows exchanged, lies on fidelity. Officiant, speak now or forever hold your peace. I stood. Gasps. Franklin hissed, sit down. I ignored him. I have a reason. Pressed the remote. Screen lit. Kiss photo. Then hotel entries, bank statements, embezzlement proof. Finally, DNA and Zoe's photo. Silence, then chaos. Madison collapsed. Franklin ran. Aisha tripped him. Police arrested Madison for fraud. Franklin fled, but lost everything in divorce. Aftermath, media storm. I filed divorce, got the vineyard. Clients dipped, but returned. Elijah quit his job, pursued viticulture. We met Nicole and Zoe. Awkward at first, in a Napa cafe. Zoe looked like Franklin, shy, clutching a book. Elijah talked movies, food. Slowly, she became family. Dinners, vineyard walks. A year later, Franklin showed at my door, broken, in therapy. Apologized. I forgave, for me, but no trust left. He left, sitting among vines now. I think of that woman behind bushes. I'd tell her, pain ends. We rebuilt, Elijah, Zoe, me. Smaller, but real. No lies. The moral? Truth hurts like fire, but it clears the way for growth. Like pruning vines for better grapes. If this resonated, hit like, comment one and your city. Share your story. And please, subscribe, more tales coming. Be kind to yourself. See you next time.